shameless dads on paternity court.
I just told you that is your biological child.
He don't have to worry about me. I promise that he don't have to worry about me, because if it took all this for you to do this to me.
When I told him that I was pregnant, he was like, well, I don't really think you're my daughter anyway.
So there's this dude, Mr. Pickett, who's all caught up in a paternity mess. He thinks his wife might have done the dirty while he was on an extended vacation. Yeah, we'll get to that. Now he's dragging the whole drama to paternity court, hoping to find out if he's the dad of their 3-year-old son, Patrick.
I took an extended vacation, let's call it, right? During that vacation, you know, we had separated. So when I get back from the vacation, I go to like different houses that she's at, and periodically I see this same dude at the different houses. So I'm like, okay, it's nothing, we're separated. Later on, she tells me she's pregnant.
Now that doubt just sounds like a real paternity classic. Man on a vacay and wifey messing with dudes. He comes back, voila, honey, I'm pregnant. But something tells me that Mr. Pickett might be an exaggeration. And if that's true, he's not but shameless.
Wound me up, ironically, with a friend of mine who was at my house before I had got out of the extended vacation the last time. So he said they was at the house kicking in laid back. I was like, for real? He said, okay, well, we was at the house and I used to go over for her friend, and her friend admitted that he wasn't there for her, even though they claimed that was her brother.
What is wrong with you, Mr. Pickett? What proof do you have for all of this? And are you trusting strangers or friends more than your own woman? Your relationship looks more like a public Wi-Fi, I swear.
It happened
I apologize
3
for
weeks
interrupting.
before.
3 weeks before, Your Honor, I got back from my vacation. She was messing with this dude. I said, okay, I'm gone. Then my son is born 3 weeks early. So I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. There's no way this makes sense.
Okay, number one, he suspects his wife of messing with a dude, and later testifies of the child being born 3 weeks early. Can someone please educate the man on a little biology? Anyway, here's what Miss Pickett has to say about this.
I mean, Mr. Pickett, you understand that children are born early
I asked.
all the time, but
Okay.
I will give you this.
Okay.
The 3 weeks
Yes.
would have been in my mind too.
It would have been, it is eating me up, and I'm not upset about it. It's like, it's caused because of me.
Just wow! Looks like Mr. Pickett, you have been living in a delusion, sometimes connecting the wrong dots. It might jeopardize your relationship. But wait, at one point this man is talking all the doubts, but see what he admits.
And mind you, when you on that phone, everything, you just wait, be quiet, because you're on the phone. Hello, what y'all doing at the house? Who is that in the background? That's what you do on those extended vacations, because you don't know what's going on.
So you got your spidey sense up. Right, I get it.
However, Judge Lake did sense some growing up to do. So she decided to raise the curtain on the paternity rags, and you won't believe what happens next. Oh boy!
You are his father.
Oh yeah, look, I got something for you. Hold on. Ah, see, it's straight up.
Now you were about to get tackled by Jerome.
I seen it.
You
Don't
better
beat me
let
up. Don't
somebody
beat
know
me up.
you need to do a flip.
Mr. Pickett's flipping out, literally. The DNA results in a drop like a bomb, and bam! Patrick is officially his son. Cue the celebration and wild antics. But wait, there's more. Mrs. Pickett's not done with the drama. Judge Lake might have a few things to quote.
He has professed his love for you. Can you forgive, and can you stick it out?
Yes, I can.
You can. He's got a lot of growing up to do. But I think if there's anybody in this world that could help him do it, it would probably be you, because we can tell he adores you.
Sometimes having a good heart might get you paranoid about someone using you for their gains, right? But if you also have a heavy wallet, you might crank your paranoia up a notch. Mr. Booker insists he's being taken advantage by his ex-wife, claiming his daughter to be his.
It's about money, Your Honor. He told me that he'll write me out his will if he even found out that I was his daughter or not.
Wait, but all of these years, you believe this man was your biological father?
Yes, I did. My mom raised me up until now. Now all of a sudden, I'm not his kid.
All in the name of will. I can't believe this. The tension escalates as Miss Booker discloses Mr. Booker's threat to disinherit her if he confirms she's his daughter. Now, isn't he one greedy fellow? I mean, who cares about emotions? Duh.
In high school, I was pregnant. I got pregnant at 16, and I didn't know how to tell him that. He told me and my sister Rashida that if we was to ever get pregnant, that we was grown and we would have to move out. So when I told him that I was pregnant, he was like, well, you know, I don't really think you're my daughter anyway.
So Miss Booker and the plaintiff have been living together for 34 years. Regardless of that, Mr. Booker never accepted the child, as he always had doubts about Miss Booker being promiscuous. Why wait all these years? You could have sorted all this way back earlier. But listen to this confession.
Every parent has their favorite.
True, every parent does have a favorite.
And you know, Rashida's my favorite.
No. Wait a minute. Every parent has a favorite. That doesn't mean that parent doesn't love his other sibling either. I say, yeah, Rashida is my favorite. She's my firstborn. She's named after me. The female name for Richard is Rashida.
Telling a child about not being your favorite over another child is just brutal. What were you thinking, Mr. Booker? It's like you were picking between your favorite Pokemon, not your children. It just sounds way too much immature. Maybe Judge Lake can help you with this one, sir.
You two have gone through whatever you've gone through, but Lorraine has been going through it as well for 34 years, and she's still going through it now.
I understand that, so I really do.
I mean, to see your father stand in a courtroom and say, you are not my favorite. Every person has a favorite, and you're not mine.
But it's true.
Can someone just knock some sense into this man, Mr. Booker? In my opinion, your doubts and greed for your will have taken the best of you, and you should be ashamed for putting a beautiful woman through such a mess. But above all, the poor plaintiff has also been isolated by other siblings. Talk about a traumatic childhood.
When me and my sister would get into it, she would tell me. She'd be like, that's why Daddy don't think you his daughter.
Ugh.
Now, if that did go down, I didn't know that, you know, but.
Yes.
She would say that.
She would say it every time.
Mr. Booker did allege the Big Mama G for having a fast life back in the day. But when she was asked about this, she had to cut the sky open on her past. Come on, really, Mr. Booker? Even after that, you have to deny paternity?
Were you, Ms. Gant, having sexual relations with any other man during the window of conception?
No, ma'am, I didn't. I was always working and busy.
So you were working and you were not having sex with anyone else?
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
So in your opinion, Mr. Booker has no reason to believe he is not the biological father of Lorraine?
Well, with everything now being cleared out, and we have witnessed enough motives from Mr. Booker's side, however, the cherry on top is to deny paternity so that he doesn't have to include the plaintiff in the inheritance. I hope the concealed truth brings a conclusion to this issue.
Mr. Booker, you are the father.
Yeah! Woo! Yes! I told you!
I apologize. I'm sorry. I love you. Come here to me.
Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you.
No way! But check this out. Mr. Burks is out here swearing he ain't the pops of a 30-year-old lady. And peep this, he's dropped more than 40 grand in child support. Now he's waving his hands like he wants that cash back. I mean, seriously, what's the deal in that courtroom? Total madness, right?
Yeah, they had a relationship.
I didn't have no relationship.
Yeah, you did. Yes,
you wasn't
did.
there. How you know?
You wanted to
You
marry
wasn't
her
even there.
because she told me.
I
she
know
ain't gonna
for a
lie.
fact
She's
because
not gonna lie.
I dropped her off on at the house and left.
Hold on.
The plot thickens, right? Turns out the defendant is deep in the blues, thinking her military old man bounced after 3 decades. Makes you wonder why he wasn't thinking about his military career when he was getting busy, huh? Total head scratcher.
I am hurt. I'm disappointed. I don't even know how to feel. I can't even believe somebody even have a question of how I feel. I'm 30 years old. 30 years old. And I have to deal with this, you know, and then he brings up talking about it was a one-night stand with my mom and all that kind of stuff like that. It wasn't no one-night stand.
It's like seriously defying all logic. But let's break it down real quick. So our military dude catches wind that the defendant's mom is pregnant, decides to swing by, and bam! He finds someone else's name casually posted on that birth certificate. Total plot twist, right?
This is Miss Brown's birth certificate listed as father. No one.
None. Nobody up there. Because I'm not the father.
And yet you also have a paper that indicates that there is an order establishing the parent-child relationship and you are responsible for child support.
Yes.
Miss Brown drops a pic to back her side, rolling with Mr. Burks' other daughter. But hold up, the plaintiff throws down the skin color card. Oh, that's shameful. Talking about it not adding up. The classic move we've seen around here, you know. Anyway, Judge Lake's got another question on deck.
You're saying you've maintained throughout the years that this is not your biological child.
Right. I knew that
but
something
you
was wrong.
also said you were trying to protect your military career. How is accepting her part of protecting your career?
Because, you know, I wanted to keep it hush-hush. I wanted to deal with it myself.
Total shocker alert. Miss Brown's been repping the dad's my pops vibe for a crazy 30 years. And guess what? Mr. Dad decides to drop this bomb right when she's asking for some dough and gets a bit sassy. The timing here is practically laughably suspicious.
You all can just yell and scream at each other all day and we'll never get to the results. I'm trying to understand this because when I look at the two of you, quite frankly, the interaction, it's like you're strangers.
Yeah, right, that's it.
I honestly can say, Ron.
That's why I did have doubts.
You nailed it, Judge Lake, but for real, how the heck did these two wind up in this circus? The journey that brought them here has to be a mind-boggler, and I'm betting it's full of twists that keep us all guessing. Or hey, let's tune in and see what his other daughter's gotta spill.
I just don't believe that after 30 years, Mr. Burst could say that she's not our sister. When we were growing up, I was 7 years old. He took me and my other sisters and he introduced us as this is your sister. That's all we knew, is each other to be sisters.
In this crazy family showdown, it was all about the DNA test, cause cutting some slack wasn't even on the menu. Love and respect, out the window, my friend. The only Hail Mary left was only one last shot at fixing up that shattered bond.
Mr. Burks, you are the father.
See, I told you, and you sat up there and do me like this. That's what you gonna do? See, it's all about my lifestyle. But you know what, after this, he don't have to worry about me. I promise that he don't have to worry about me, because if it took all this for you to do this to me.
Imagine this, right? You've always thought this dude was your real pop, the OG father figure in your life. But bam, Miss Cheryl Rubens rolls up to Judge Lake with her two sibs, straight up demanding her supposed old man spill the tea and be real about whether he's their bio dad or not. Talk about a wild ride, huh?
He always denied me. He always treated me differently. I mean, I just feel like he never treated me fair. With my brother and sister, he will bring things around like one Christmas, he bring a whole bunch of toys around, get them toys on top of toys, and then tell them, oh, play with your sister. Never brought me anything, always treated me differently.
Okay, seriously, not cool to unload your anger at the mom onto the kids. And dang, that comment sent everyone off like fireworks in the middle of a trial. It was like neither side was ready to cut the other some slack. Chaos, man. But we expect a little more maturity from you, Mr. Davis.
Neither one of you all was in there when it started, okay? She had 3 kids before I met her.
Okay,
she had you 3, supposedly had you 3 with me, and now she has how many more after me? I did a grand total of 13.
Come on, you ain't did nothing anyways.
Ladies and gentlemen, you believe their mother had slept around and was unfaithful to you. You were in a relationship at the time.
So, check it out. When the Rubens tried to decode a question from the judge, Mr. Big Daddy goes all rage mode. Now that's shameless. Seriously, folks, you're in a courtroom, not chilling in your backyard. I mean, a leopard doesn't switch up its spots, right? The judge had to drop some knowledge, and that took a solid minute.
I need to know from you whether you ever were in all of their lives as a father. Were you ever just there?
No. Were you talking to me?
I was talking to you.
Then shut up.
No.
You shut up.
Mr. Davis, first of all, I control this courtroom. Now you can take it to the street and you'll be out on the street.
After that drama, Daddy starts preaching that he's no angel either. Been checking out some caves, you know. But hold up, wasn't he acting like a messiah, flipping back and forth? Their shady moves and commitment drama wrecked 3 innocent lives. Total mess, right?
After my first child, like I said, when I met her, and she had 3 kids before I met her.
That has nothing to do with what's going on now.
You know, while we was having a relationship, I don't believe I believe the judge was talking to me.
Why make broken promises then?
Okay,
why sit right there and act like
that's on me. That's on me. I own that. That's on me.
Yo, so there's still some beef hanging in the air from the family showdown. Then the judge calls in the bro to spill the beans. Turns out Pops was all about checking the DNA because he was worried about passing on some family sickness to them. A bit sketchy, right? Are you buying that story?
What do you have to say about this?
As far as me hearing about this DNA test, it surprised me because if you ask for a DNA test and you claim I'm yours, you know what I'm saying? And then I hear that it's about disease in the family. Why would you wait after 27 years just to come to me with this? It's something you should have told me on the phone, do something, let me know what's happening.
Dude swears it's all out of goodwill. But come on, gotta stand on its own like every tub does, right? Judge Lauren starts grilling Mr. Davis about whether he's stressing over his sick inheritance or just the child support bill. And he hits back sounding like, well, it's like this.
I've been married to Johnny 22 years. Never an income tax check has came into our house. It goes to y'all. I don't know where. I filed with my husband with my 3 children.
Yo, for this messed up family, the DNA result was the holy grail, straight up zero leniency. The real deal is when love and respect are MIA. The only truth that sticks is what holds people together. Let's cut to the chase. No beating around the bush.
This court has determined that you are her father.
You already knew that. Already knew that.
What up? Child support, here I come.
I don't worry about it. Come with it.
Yeah.